Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Bryan,
And I'm Bryan.
and this is Bryan versus Bryan, episode 19, Cyberpunk 2077. Going to the future. In a future where people bombast games for having any type of glitches or problems, especially when you've delayed your game 4 times. People get pissed if there's anything wrong with it. So we're going to deep dive into that right now.
Oh, damn. We're just going to get right into it.
Well, what else we got to do? Seems like there's a lot wrong with it. But
Yeah.
Before we start that part, because it's probably going to start sounding like we're bashing the game. When I talk to myself about the game, I'm bashing it. Like I'm playing it. I'm like, this piece of shit.
Yeah.
I hate this game, but I'm still playing.
Sure.
So there's something to be said about that it's in this condition, and we'll get into the condition, but people are still playing it, and I think enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I think there's a really good game in here, hindered by some small stuff that hopefully will be fixed. Was that your overall thought, or were you having worse?
So yeah, I guess my overall thoughts were there's a lot to love about this game, but there's unfortunately a lot to hate. You've kind of alluded to some of the issues. But in terms of things I really like about it, I think Night City is really cool. It's insanely immersive. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this in a game. Driving around is cool. Walking around the city is badass. Like going into all these bars and strip clubs, and they're all populated. Like, I think it's cool when you walk into a bar and there's like just people everywhere, and you like walk up to them and they're actually having conversations. They're not just like standing there. So it feels really realized and insanely immersive. So Night City's cool. I really like the score. It's very techno, kind of synth heavy. I've been a techno fan since I was a kid. I used to listen to like fucking Prodigy and Crystal Method and all that shit, and I still listen to techno, but the soundtrack is badass.
It skews that way, but if you like when you're in the car and you change the radio stations, there's a lot of other stuff in there too. Like I find myself putting the techno stuff on because it seems like it fits the game. But I was listening to some of the other stuff. They have like some death metal station, some rap station. And what's cool is I don't know these songs, so to me they sounded like they could theoretically be from the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, you're not going to throw in some fucking songs from right now that are super popular because then it's kind of dating.
Yeah, it'd break the world a little bit.
Yeah, but I just wanted to put that out there. There's lots of different music. I think the techno is cool because it just goes so well with it.
Yeah, I just like it like during combat. Like there'll be no music, and all of a sudden you get into combat, and it's like kind of gets the adrenaline going a little bit. Another thing I like a lot of the characters you meet. I think they're all pretty unique. I like the kind of world building they're creating. Everyone's kind of like this half cyborg thing, and they all these put in these chips in your head, and I like all that. That world building stuff is really cool. Unless I'm forgetting anything, that's kind of where my love for this game stops. I think the first 2 hours of this game were really boring. I was kind of waiting for it to kick into high gear a little bit.
But then it kicks into too high a gear.
Yeah, there's a mission early on where you're like going through a video surveillance thing of a robbery and a murder, and it goes on for so fucking long. And like there's a tutorial thing that I mean, to the game's benefit, I didn't have to do it. It gave me a choice to do it or not. I was like, well, I should probably do it because who knows if I'll need some of this information. But it was so fucking stupid. Oh, this is how you sneak. Crouch. Walk over here. And I don't know. It just went on forever. I'm like, fuck, dude. I just want to go have fun in the city. Give me a car. Let me drive around.
You're talking about that. I thought you were talking about because that is not mandatory. But the part that is mandatory that I found boring was the going through the brain scans when you're researching your heist. I was like, dude, this is boring. Yeah, I hope this doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah.
Like rewind, go backwards, check the audio. Now scan
and you do it like
room
3 times. It's like, dude, let's fucking stop, dude. This is stupid. And then it didn't help too. And the next mission following it, called the Heist, which is actually the second half of that mission, is where I really started to like this game a lot, because that's kind of where the plot starts to kick in a little bit. But In the beginning of the heist, it's the same thing. You're on the security footage controlling a robot. I'm like, God damn it, dude. This
Oh
is
yeah,
not
yeah.
fun, man. But like I said, the second half of that mission, the heist, that's where the plot kicks in. That's where shit starts to get real. Are we spoiling the first couple hours? Can I say where the game goes, or do you want to keep it kind of under wraps? Because I didn't know some of the stuff that happens.
Uh, I don't, sure.
Okay.
I think 8 million people pre-ordered it. I think most people that want to play it have probably already started.
Yeah. So the heist ends with basically the quote unquote beginning of the game. You kind of realize you've just been playing kind of a prologue. That's
Yeah.
where you get the title screen. You get to introduce to Keanu, and you get to play a little bit as him, and then like a quick little mission that I thought was really fun. And then what I didn't know is that Keanu is a part of your body. I don't know if that was in the trailers. I guess
Yeah.
I kind of stayed away from all that stuff, but I thought that was kind of surprising and a little neat. He's kind of just hangs around.
Yeah, they have a device that downloads your consciousness, and it's like
The relic.
yeah, it's a prototype, but it's not really used. But they used it on him and like killed him because he was a terrorist or something. He was a rock star / terrorist is what I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
And they sucked his soul out into that chip, and then that's the chip you were stealing. And to keep it safe, you put it in your head, and now he's like taking over your body. I'm that's about where I ended. The beginning of the Keanu stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, so he's starting to take over your body, and somebody tells you eventually you'll be gone, and he'll be you.
Mm-hmm.
And so you start to see him everywhere, and that's pretty cool. And I don't know if this is just me. I'm pretty sure they programmed this into the game, but you've gotten to that part, right? Like a little bit past that.
Yeah.
So when I was walking around right after that, like you leave the house for the first time after Johnny Silverhand, it kept popping up this homeless person with long hair that looks like Johnny Silver and has a robot hand. And like I'll turn around. Oh yeah, I thought it was programmed because it was so. I'd turn around, and then this homeless person is like standing there with a arm. I was like, and you think it's Johnny, but then I'm like, well, that's a real person. And so I walk around, and then it happened like twice. The same homeless person.
Weird.
So I'm like, I think they're putting this in front of me to trick me and make me think I'm seeing him. So apparently that's not just baked in. That just happened to me.
Yeah, that's a little trippy.
But let's start at the beginning. I have the PS4 version, digital. I think we both went digital, right?
Yeah.
PS4 version played on a PS5. You have what version on what?
I bought it digitally on Xbox One X.
Okay. So I'm playing through backwards compatibility. Most of these issues that people are screaming about are from people playing on an Xbox One vanilla or PS4 vanilla. I've seen some of the issues, and oh man, they look terrible. I haven't really had that many technical issues, but we'll get into that. So me playing on PS5, they don't really add much. I'm pretty much playing the PS4 Pro version, but they take away the frame cap. So it plays at 60 FPS instead of 30 as it does on other consoles. I think Xbox One X does have a performance mode that makes it 60 FPS, but then lowers the resolution. And I believe Xbox also has a resolution mode. And I'm jealous of that because we don't have that. I'm sure they could put it in, but it'd probably only be for PS5, and they haven't really done anything like that. So we're just stuck as it is because I think the resolution, that's the first thing that got me, was the resolution of this game is really low. Like really low. I turned it on. I was like, oh shit. Because I'm just The Last of Us, all these games that play in 4K and stuff. And you didn't even play Last of Us in 4K, and you thought it looked nice and sharp, probably sharper than this, huh?
For sure.
Yeah, because this thing was a blur when I turned. I was like, "Are you kidding me? This is a AAA. I've been waiting for this." And like every game that's been fairly new, I put it on. I'm like, "Damn, that looks sharp."
Yeah.
Especially playing some PS5 games now, and maybe they're all super sharp. So I went to this, and it just looked blurry. I had to turn off film grain to take off some of the blur. I had to turn off chromatic aberration, which just does that effect around the edges of the screen. That helps too. I've also heard turning off motion blur will help. So you got to do a couple things right off the bat just to make this thing look as good as it should. Have you gone into your settings? Are you playing on the resolution mode or performance mode? Do you know?
I have no idea. I haven't looked into that. But in terms of the settings, the only thing I turned off was film grain. I'll try. What was the second one you mentioned?
Chromatic aberration.
I'll try and fuck with that.
Yeah, I do think it looked a lot better after doing that. I mean, it's not amazing, but it looked better.
Mm-hmm.
And HDR too in this game, I thought was pretty shitty. Have you tried that? Yeah. I have it on currently, and I found some settings off the internet that make it look okay, but it's just slightly better than with it off. I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing like I've seen in some other games, like Red. I don't know. I think Red.
I can't imagine. I mean, I know I'm comparing apples to oranges because they're two completely different games, but I can't imagine you going from something like Miles Morales to this, because you were saying Miles Morales is like the best looking game you've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. It's rough. But, I bought this with the future intent. So
sure.
I want to play the PS5 version because I hear the PC version of this is amazing. People with good PCs aren't complaining at all. Like this thing is a tour de force, I guess. So I just want to play it. So I had to have it. Eventually I'll play it again, the good version, and hopefully that's what will stick in my mind. And by then, I'm sure all the bugs will be worked out by the time I have next gen ones out, or maybe they won't be. Who knows?
Yeah.
But this is a kind of betting on the future thing. So I was almost like, man, maybe I should just stop playing this and wait till next gen. But I don't know. Like I said, there's something about it, even with all its problems and the shit talking. I still find it really entertaining and fun.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm cursing up a storm when I'm playing it. So, who did you choose? Did you choose the Nomad, the Street Kid, what's the other one? Corpo?
I chose Street Kid.
Me too. I thought that was the most fitting for the game, like that.
Yeah.
Like the default, or if there was no choice, that's what it would have been. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just wanted to start in the city. It looked like the one started in the desert. I couldn't tell the corporate, like the Street Kid one. Like, I want to start in fucking Night City. I don't want to work my way to the city. I want to begin there, and it looked like that was the choice.
Yeah, living just enough for the city.
Mm-hmm. I wonder when all of those three stories converge, because don't they all converge at some point? I wonder if it's the
heist. Well, yeah, I'm sure it is. But I know somebody who did the Corpo one. He said he started at a corporation, of course. And then Street Kid, you start in the bar, I think, was the first place you find yourself at.
Yeah.
And then the Nomad one, you start on the outskirts of the city with a broken down car. I thought that was cool how vastly different that is. Like, yeah, you got to go get parts for your car and fix it up to even get into the city.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of why I didn't choose that one. I was like, I don't want to play Mad Max. I'm not going to be fucking driving out in the desert in my car. I want to be in the city.
Mm-hmm.
So once you get what's weird is like the first time it's like your buddy Jackie, you kind of buddies with in the beginning. He's kind of like the GTA character that, let me show you around. Come on, go over to Vinny's. He might have some work for you. The quintessential show you around GTA character gets in the car. He's like, come on. And I was like, oh God, you're going to make me drive the GTA?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have to drive. I was very surprised in that. I was like, I think that's so unrealistic in all these games where they're like, come on, let's go. Get in. You're driving.
I expected to. I was actually a little bummed that I didn't. I'm like, fuck, I want to drive. And then they keep putting me in the back of these cars. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I liked it. I was like, yeah, for once, I ain't driving. So the driving, once you do get a drive, I thought the driving felt pretty good. Felt
really
a little
heavy. I wasn't expecting them to be so fucking heavy.
It felt heavy yet kind of loosey goosey.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
when you start turning,
yeah, it's like woo. I mean, it was decent. These guys haven't really made any vehicle games before, so fuck. I mean, it took GTA quite a while to find something that felt really good. But it's serviceable. I like it. Um, the first person mode, I usually do that when I'm doing games like this, like GTA 5. I like to drive in first person just for the realism and how cool it looks. But for this game, I found myself doing third person because the city looks so cool, and you get to see
Yeah.
more of it. And so I
Yeah,
thought
I
that
did the
was
same thing.
yeah. So that's what I did. And anyways, moving on. So what did you see up to this point? Thinking about up to like getting the car, and it's very pretty early. Have you seen any graphical things? Have you had crashes? All this stuff he was talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just get this out of the way. Um, I played my first playthrough was Friday night. I played it for about 4.5 hours. It crashed twice.
Mm-hmm.
It freezes constantly. So like I'll be driving and all of a
Oh,
sudden it just freezes for like 10 seconds. And then, I'll be in an elevator, push the button, standing there, it'll freeze for 10 seconds. It freezes a lot. There's more loading screens. Uh, you actually got me there for a second. I'm like, damn, it's been a while since I'm having a little glitch.
uh,
There's more loading screens that I think I've seen in this game
oh my
that
god!
I haven't
Right?
seen since like the PlayStation 2. And I don't mean that in like over dramatically. I mean
Are they are
literally.
they are they pretty fast on Xbox One X?
Uh, yeah, they're decent, but they just happen so often. At least in the first couple hours. Once you get past the heist mission and the game opens up, I saw less of it. But in the first couple hours, dude, there are so fucking many loading screens.
Yeah, let's dive into that for a second. Um, yeah, I can't remember. I remember this like fuck, what was it? Like I think it was like you wake up in your bed, loading screen to
Yeah,
talk to Johnny Silverhand, who's imagined in your head in the room, and then he knocks you down, loading
loading
screen.
screen. Yes,
I was like, dude,
yes,
I'm in the same fucking room. It's like,
yeah.
what are you loading, bro?
It's pretty rough.
Or loading, like you step up to the elevator, press a button, loading
Hmm.
little bar screen. You get in, loading little bar screen. I was like, are you fucking kidding? What'd you load before?
Yeah,
The doors of the elevator. Now we got to load the inside, bro. Then we got to load the floor.
it's pretty
So
absurd.
yeah, it's ridiculous. But I think that's um because of the consoles. So I
Yeah, I
don't think
imagine so.
I think PC is set up to not do that as much and to want SSDs. I put it on my PS5 internal drive. I have an external drive I use for PS4 stuff because it's PS4 has a mechanical drive anyway, so you're not. But I wanted this one to have all the speed it could get because I knew that could probably be an issue, and with
Hmm.
pop in and things. So it has been pretty quick, and I don't know if that's an effect of it just being quick or that it's using some of the PS5 speed because it is there. I think
Yeah.
it's probably more the latter. Is what it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of them like we're saying, but I think they're pretty quick. It's just annoying to see them so often. Because
Yeah.
most games like you'll get into a cutscene and dialogue happens, and then most games just kind of fade to black and then fade right back in. But this one literally
Mhm.
just says loading in the top, and you're kind of just waiting, and you see the little loading bar. So just seeing it so often, it's just like, we're loading it. Like it'll go to a cutscene. The cutscene's like 30 seconds. Cut back, loading screen. It's just like you
Yeah.
were saying. Um, but yeah, I think overall, in terms of the negative, I mean, I actually have negative criticisms of the game outside of the bugs, but in terms of the bugs, you know, I saw the controversy when the game launched because everyone's having problems with it for the most part.
Hmm.
And I was like, yeah, it's all right. Like, games launched with bugs before, and it's never really been an issue for me because it really hasn't. I haven't had very many games crash on me. And just the history of owning a PS4, it rarely happens. So I was like, I'll get on Xbox One X. That's the most powerful console I have in my house. So I'm gonna get it there. And so I knew going in, maybe some of these things will happen, but in the 4 hour playthrough, all the freezes, the loading, crashed twice. I kind of went to bed Friday night after the heist and doing a couple missions, having a lot of fun, and it crashed on me. I'm like, all right, well, I'll just call it a night. I woke up Saturday morning pretty early to play before Sarah got up, and did some side missions, and then it crashed on me again.
Hmm.
And it was at that point where I was like, you know what? I think I'm done. And I haven't played it since, and I'm gonna not play it until it gets better because it's just a frustrating experience, and I'm not having fun. And it's kind of been a blessing in disguise though, because I'm also simultaneously playing 2 other games, one on the PS4 and one on the Switch that I'll probably talk about in a future episode. But I'm very much enjoying those games, having a lot of fun with both of them. So when Cyberpunk came out, I was like, fuck, I got to rush through these other 2 games so I can get to Cyberpunk. But now it's been like, you know what? Let's put Cyberpunk aside till it gets fixed and I can take my time with these other 2 games. So it's kind of been a little bit of a silver lining. But yeah, man, you're a little more enthusiastic on it. It sounds like you're going to keep playing it and pushing through. But me, I'm just going to fucking wait it out until they patch it, because it's so frustrating when you're playing. It's freezing and it's crashing and it's just not very fun. But that's kind of where I'm at the moment. I haven't played it since Saturday morning. Maybe it's been patched since then, but I don't know.
I know of one patch already, but I was like day 2 patch.
I saw a tweet from CD Projekt Red. I don't know if it's changed. I think this was Friday, so it may have changed since then. But the patch notes was at the very top. It's like, hey, we're sending out a patch for PS4 and PC only. Here's all the notes. Xbox is coming soon. So it sounds like they're working hard on the PS4 and the PC, and Xbox is still kind of rolling out. Who knows when Xbox will get a patch, but that's what I saw on their tweet on Friday, I believe. Which is probably why you were getting upgrades and I wasn't. That makes more sense now.
I think though Xbox was doing better. Maybe that's why they felt they didn't need a patch first. I hear the best place to play it on console is Series X. If you have a Series X, through backwards compatibility, it performs the best and looks the best. Take that as you may, but yeah, I haven't experienced that much stuff. Maybe that's why I'm still excited to go through it. I'm disappointed at the resolution. It looks really soft and the image is not that great. And like something like this, a sci-fi futuristic neon lights, like that needs to be sharp.
Yeah.
So that's disappointing. A couple graphical glitches. Like I was watching a guy outside. He was talking to me and he had a cell phone in his hand and he would move like this when he's talking. And like the cell phone would like make different cell phones and they'd be floating there in the air wherever his cell phone like traveled. I saw that. My car was floating when I came back to it. Like it's like 3 feet off the ground, floating there.
Float now, bro. Flying cars.
I was like, this is sick, dude. Where we're going, we don't need roads. And but yeah, so there's little stuff like that. Oh yeah, one time I went to change my pants and the pants were invisible. And I was just like, oh shit, dong's out. That's another thing. This is the first game I've ever played that it lets you customize your dong, or your coochie, which is ridiculous, weird. I don't. Maybe it plays into the game somewhere. Like I don't. There's been sex scenes in games before, but you don't actually see P going into V, so you don't need a penis. Yeah. So I don't know what they're doing in this game that's going to be so intense that you need one.
And it's first person, so it's like, why am I spending all this time customizing when you can't even see it in the game?
You're gonna look down. It's gonna be all like, POV shots, baby.
Yeah. Like it would make sense if like during cutscenes you see, but you don't. There's it's all still first person, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, so we'll see. Maybe it's for nothing. It's just in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've had 4 crashes now, I think, where it just turned off. I haven't had any like freezing or anything, so it hasn't been super frustrating. When it crashes for me, I just restart it, and it's typically right where it was. No freezing, so that's good. My copy's like, no, well, if we're gonna fuck up, we're gonna fuck up. We're just gonna
stop it.
We're just gonna throw you out of the fucking game. We're not gonna tease you about it.
Yeah.
But I think the game is pretty fun. I don't know. It's just a really cool atmosphere and story and world. I mean, the gameplay itself, I mean, we're not too far, but it's doesn't seem amazing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of
okay.
Yeah. It's kind of like Fallout, but I'd say the gunplay might be worse than Fallout. The hacking stuff you can do, I haven't found to be too helpful in fights at all. So it's kind of like you're just shooting people. And what I want to say is this game was so boring at the beginning, right? And then you get to that fucking heist, and then I don't like it when games do that. This game has done that a lot so far, where it's like, oh shit, this happened. It's like, remember when you plan the plan with the robot? It's like, dude, we're gonna get in there, no bodies. That's the plan, just secret. I was like, yeah, that's dope. Let's do it. I don't want to have any troubles.
Yeah.
Of course, you'll have troubles. Everything that could go wrong goes wrong, and then like you're fighting 100 fucking people to get out of the fucking building, and so much. It's like it's like an acid trip, and you're on fucking Adderall or something. Like everything is so fucking fast and frenetic, and I kept getting like lit on fire for some fucking reason.
I couldn't. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I'm just running around on fire. I'm like,
every
really
time
annoying.
I caught on fire, I was like, what the fuck?
I did the same thing.
I was like, I don't even know why.
Yeah, I literally did the same thing. I was on the couch, and Sarah was like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. I'm running around. I'm on fire. Like, what?
Yeah, dude. I was like, dude, I wanted some action, but this is too much. Like, you're fucking with me now. And then like I was running out of bullets. And I was like, I don't even know how to get bullets in this fucking game. Like, what do I do? Yeah. So that was just it was intense. And then the hacking don't do shit. It's like, oh, hack and beak this guy. You can see him behind walls. Yeah, one guy out of the hundreds. It's like, fuck. And it's like it's a combination of the lighting being really dark and ominous, and like just the neon showing up, and it being such a soft game, and the resolution is so bad that it was really hard to tell where people were too. I was constantly looking at the mini map and looking for the little red dot to know where the fuck I should be fighting at, not visually like looking at the bad guy. So
yeah, there's many times where I'm looking forward, and there's guys kind of running around, and I'm trying to pick them off, and then I kind of advance a little bit, and then all of a sudden someone comes up from behind me. I'm like, where the fuck did you come from? I don't know if that's happened to you, but I just
all the time.
Hit from behind, but...
And then I was finding myself dying a lot because it's got this stupid mechanic where you grab that thing, give yourself health, and it's just a really awkward button to press when you're fighting. It's like
down on the D-pad.
Yeah, it's like down on the D-pad. It's like, I feel like that should be a stick or something that I could press while I'm fighting.
Yeah.
Look, it's like I gotta run off, use the analog stick, run away and then quickly press down on the D-pad. Yeah, and then that first like boss fight with that big metal dude, I was like, this is fucking bullshit.
Well, I just ran away. I got in the elevator real quick. I thought I had to fight him, but I just went in the elevator and pushed the button, and I was out. I was like, cool.
Shit, it made me fight him.
Damn.
Yeah, I think I tried the elevator, but no, I had to fight him. But he had a $3,000 bounty, so I got $3,000. That was cool, and he had a pretty cool gun. But yeah, that was a pain in the ass, dude. It took forever, just constantly running around in a circle and hiding from him / shooting at him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, CD Projekt Red, who made this game, has a really good track record as far as, I don't know. I guess not a really good. It's not a long track record. It's a good track record. They do The Witcher. I love The Witcher 3. I think that's one of the best games of last gen, hands down. But they're getting a lot of heat for this. They delayed, they crunched, they did all this shit. And their stock prices just fell 29% because of all the news about this game. 29%.
That's brutal, dude. That's a hit.
I mean, luckily they've said they've already made the money back on this game for the giant budget it had, just because it's pre-sold 8 million. That means CD is going to take a big hit to the trust of their consumers, because 8 million people bought this without playing it first, just seeing the trailers, because they trust CD Projekt Red. And they're always been very good when they make a promise about a game. It's usually there. They said the console versions would not be hindered, because everyone was worried. It's like, why don't guys just make this next gen? And they're like, no, it's not good. It's gonna be okay. Apparently, it's not okay. I think these issues are fixable. I think CD Projekt Red is a kind of a wizard with numbers, if you will. Witcher 3 launched almost like this.
That's what I heard. Yeah, I remember Witcher launching in a similar way.
Yeah, and now you go play Witcher, and it's like one of the prettiest games you could play, and perfect, and almost perfect, as perfect as a game can be. And so I think they can get there, and I think now there's pressure to get there a lot faster than they would have. But yeah, when you delay the game 4 times, like fuck, people aren't going to give you much patience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I like, I kind of already said this, but for me, in my experience, it's not been a fun one. But like I said, I'm not all that bothered by it because I'm playing these other games that are taking up more of my time and I'm enjoying them. So it doesn't really bother me that I can just put this on the back burner until it gets fixed. But my heart does go out to some of the people who, like, this was their most anticipated game. They don't have a whole lot of money. They saved up for this thing and they fucking take it home and it runs like this. Like, I understand why people are upset because that fucking sucks. So I totally get it.
Yeah. And I mean, they've been waiting for this game since 2015.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Another thing I wanted to bring up that was that I found, I don't know if it's a negative, more of just like a gripe. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I opened up my map for the first time. Like I think after the heist, like when the game kind of starts to open up, was the first time I opened up the map. And I was just like, fuck, dude. Like I felt so overwhelmed. Like anytime I go into the menus, I feel so overwhelmed of like, I don't know, there's just so much. Like I look up the map, there's like 80 icons. I'm like, I don't know what fucking half the shit even is. And like you go to a side quest or whatever, and it doesn't even tell you what it is. It's just like combat moderate. This could bump your street cred. I'm like, well, what's the mission? Like, what do I do? I don't know. It's I found it to be really overwhelming and frustrating. It's just like Jesus.
That's kind of a Witcher thing too.
Like, let's narrow this down a little bit.
like it's a hardcore RPG when you get down to it. It's like got so many options, and you don't really have to do all those options, which is cool because I don't intensely level up my characters and do all the little nuances. But yeah, on those missions, they have a description of kind of like what you do. I don't know, but not the icon ones on the map, but I don't worry about those ones. I just worry about the ones that I've gotten from people because there's there's a lot of those too. It's like you're bombarded with phone calls and
I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like, new quest updated, or I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's Terry. I want you to go pick up a package for me. There's something in it for you. And then, so yeah, the menu. The menu is intense, and I don't like how it has a cursor like a mouse.
Oh, I fucking hate that so much. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, annoying. Oh god, this is weird. Mm-hmm. But it's like it's amazing how many you could sit here and just make a gripe video about all the frustrating things. But at the same time, I'm still fucking liking it for some reason. Like any other game, it sounded like this, you would just never play again, right? You just fuck this.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. I mean, if it feels this good right now, I'd say it's going to be an amazing game one day, right? Mm-hmm. And that might really hurt the game and its reputation to not be that amazing now. You know what I mean? How many people are going to give it a chance later when they've heard all this shit already?
Yeah. I mean, you said it perfectly. There's a pretty good game underneath all this bullshit. You just kind of have to weed through the bullshit if you want to kind of enjoy it. And for me, I'm not putting it away for good. Obviously, I'm actually eager to jump back into it. I want to wait till the freezing stops and the crashes get a little better. So yeah, man, I hope it happens soon. Hope I can jump into it. I'm gonna keep my eyes open on their Twitter account and see what patches are coming out.
For sure. Yeah, I hope we get a resolution patch. I want that resolution option you got. I don't care about 60 FPS in this. I will play 30 to make it not so blurry.
Yeah, and I kind of want to jump into it because the last time my Saturday morning playthrough, I think I played it for like an hour and a half, but it wasn't a very great experience, bugs aside. Like I'm just talking about the game. And I kind of want to, redeem it a little bit because like there was one, I went to my car and it was in a garage. And then I get in and Johnny is in the passenger and all of a sudden somebody in the garage just rams my car and destroys it. And then I'm like, and then Johnny's like, oh man, your fucking car's busted. I'm like, oh, it's cool. I'm going to call this car company and they're going to fix it. And so I call the car company and they're like, hey, come on down. We'll reimburse you. So I get out, and I'm like, now I'm stuck with no car. It's way across the city. And so I start walking to other cars in the garage to just jack one. And it
Mhm.
wouldn't let me do it because I didn't have enough points or whatever. I'm like, fuck.
Oh, you
So I
gotta
run
get
out
your
into the
points
street.
up, bro.
I know. I run out into the street and grab a car, and I drive all the way to the fucking place.
Mm.
And they're like, oh, here's some money for it. And by the way, here's a bunch of side quest shit. I'm like, I don't care about the side quest or the money. I want my fucking car. And I still walked out of there without my car. And like the little icon that because you can call your car anytime you want, just
Mhm.
like games you call your horse or whatever. That's all red now. And so I'm literally running around the city without my car.
I
I
haven't
don't
done
know how to
that
get it
yet.
fixed but it's
You
really
just gotta.
annoying.
That's just like that's the point where you have to buy a new one. Like people start. That's the point where people start texting you about cars for sale. I haven't done that one yet. How much money did you get for the car?
Like 3,000.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was.
I don't know how much cars cost. Maybe that's enough, but I
Yeah.
imagine they're going to be a lot. Um, yeah, but what happened right there is you remember the taxi, the AI taxi?
Oh yeah. When on the way to the heist, yeah.
Yeah, that's who hits you. That's like and then that's why it's like your character was like, how is the most sophisticated AI what just ram me and leave the scene of the
hmm
crime? So yeah, I think I don't know. This might be something going on, like they're trying to get us involved, but
Yeah, I thought that was kind of annoying, and so that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna open up my map, which is when I was like, holy shit, there's a lot of things on here. So I just marked a random ass side quest, and I get to the guy, and he's like, hey man, I got a fucking package in the slums. It's in the refrigerator. It has a little graffiti on it. Go get it, and then bring it back. I'm like, oh, cool. Not a heist, but like a delivery um mission.
yeah.
So I get in my car, I drive to the slums, which the slums look fucking pretty dope and uh, a cool little change from the metropolis. Anyway, so I fucking park my car nearby the marker and I get out and automatically there's like 7 guys like, hey, motherfucker. And they start shooting at me. I'm like, what the fuck? I just got out of my car. So I run out of the way because I'm just trying to get to my mission. So luckily I run pretty fast and I'm out of there. So I get to where I need to be and I find the fridge and a body flops out and he's like kind of, I don't know if he's on drugs or something, but he's alive, but he's kind of just flopping around. So I call the guy back and I'm like, hey man, you didn't tell me it was a body. He's like, yeah, there's a van up there, just pick him up and take him back to me or wherever it needed to go. So, and he goes, oh, and by the way, there's people looking for him. I'm like, oh, cool. So I pick him up and I walk outside this house and there's like 7 guys standing out there. I'm like, oh shit. And they're fucking lighting me up. And so you can't shoot while you're holding a body. So I drop it. And so I, get into a firefight with these guys and I go back to the body and he's dead. So, and there was no indication that I failed the mission or anything, and I couldn't pick him back up. And I'm like, okay, so I guess that's that. And then I leave. This gets even weirder. I leave, I go back to my car, and those 7 guys that tried to jump me were still there. I'm like, fuck, I forgot about these guys. So I kill them, and I get in my car, and as I'm driving, I get a call from the SSPD lady, and she's like, hey, good job. You took him out for you. And also my street cred went up, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I thought I just encountered some random dudes, but apparently I did a mission. I don't know. It was really weird.
You what? Yeah, you probably did one of those like
Those cop missions.
mercenary bounty things. Yeah, like
Yeah,
you
I
don't
just
have
didn't know
to.
it.
You don't have to sign up for those bounty missions. Like if you kill someone with a bounty, you can get street cred and money and all that.
Yeah,
Perhaps that's what they were.
that's probably what happened. Yeah, but it was just weird. I was like, I just thought I shot a bunch of random people who were standing around my car. I didn't know. I was like, I'll take it.
Yeah, I've run into those gang members just standing around and they have like icon above their head. And then like you look at them too long and the icon turns red, like it's like, well, why are you pissed, dude? I just walked by. It's like I don't want to fight these guys. Oh, this is ridiculous. That's the measure of like you stand next to them too long and there will be a fight. I was like, how about us if I fuck with you or something like that? Like I shoot you. That's ridiculous. So yeah, there's a lot of weird shit. I find it enjoyable so far. Obviously, I don't know. Like the resolution thing, I want to talk about that. Like on base PS4 and Xbox, this thing sometimes I hear doesn't even run in HD, like lower than 720, which is crazy to me.
Yeah,
like you're at the end of the life cycle and you're running less than 720.
I see some pretty bad videos out there.
Yeah. And so that's nuts. I don't know. Maybe it's hard to recommend this game, right?
Yeah.
If somebody really wanted to play it and they're really down with the lore, I think if you're in the mindset for this game, it'd be really fun. You got to deal with all the bugs and bullshit. Um, I'm sure that won't last forever, but it's here now. So yeah, I would almost say, man, if you're on last gen or on vanilla, maybe just wait.
Yeah, I agree. Unless you go into the game prepared for all this and you don't care. The game crashes, I'm gonna load it back up. Like if you don't care about that stuff, then
Yeah.
I guess go for it. But if that doesn't sound like fun to you, it wasn't to me. But if that doesn't sound fun to you, yeah, I would agree. Just wait like a month or however
Yeah.
long do you think it takes. But
Like maybe you loved Fallout 76. So you're like, this game's amazing. I love Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I saw. It was funny. I saw. You know that meme with James Franco and the noose, and it's like the first time. I saw one that was like the opposite. The guy standing next to Franco, and it's like angry Cyberpunk fans, and then it cuts the second meme underneath is James Franco, and it says Bethesda fans first time. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah. So yeah, CD Projekt Red kind of drops the ball. I mean, it's not the game, right? It's the fucking systems. It's the optimization of the systems. Because on PC, it's fucking amazing. I watched the Digital Foundry thing on the PC version, and it's just a tour de force of if you have a badass PC, this is what you put on it to make it worth that whatever $3,000, $4,000 you spent on it.
Yeah.
So it is a beautiful and good game. We'll get there.
How do you feel about? I'm seeing a lot of kind of defenders of the game in terms of the bugs and I guess excuses. How do you feel about that personally? Because I've seen a lot of people like, "Hey, this game's so big and massive and expansive, like this is going to happen." And then I've seen a lot of people push back and say, "Well, look at God of War, look at Red Dead, look at fucking Horizon, look at," and they just start spouting out all these different games. And how do you feel about all these kind of excuses for it? Do you think they're warranted, or do you think they're just excuses?
I don't know. It depends on your problems. So
Yeah.
I could see some of these are legitimate concerns, but I can only speak, from my experience. And I think that it's not too bad because I haven't experienced a lot of these things. You know what I mean? But if you did, then yeah, that's legitimate to bitch about it, right? I don't give them a pass about it because you delayed your game 4 times. So
Yeah.
you stopped having that privilege. Why didn't you just release this game last year, have these bugs, and then I think people would have been easier on you if you hadn't, having bugs with no delay versus having bugs after 4 delays. I don't know. Maybe it would have been easier for them. And then we would have got to this point right now, and they would have had mass amounts of patches, and it'd probably be better than we got day one, right? So in the long run, it probably would have been a better way to do it. So I find myself kind of defending it. Like I'm on these game forums and I'll just post it. I haven't had many problems. Click, click, click. I'm on a PS5 playing backwards compatible. But then I also was like, but the resolution's fucking ass.
Yeah.
And the HDR's ass. So I I don't care. I legitimate concerns from them. I think that like Metacritic bombarding and shit is a little bit much, and like
The Last of Us all over again.
Yeah, especially when The Last of Us didn't deserve it at all. Like what the fuck was that? This one deserves it a little bit, but fuck, you crashed their stock 29% over this. That's crazy.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
And so I was reading this article like CD Projekt Red has lost our trust. They're one of the last ones you could just trust to do good, and because they're very consumer friendly. Like if you bought the physical version, like every time they have a physical version of their game, it's like the bombest fucking thing. Like the normal version comes with like a map, stickers, fucking full color poster, big box. It's like it's always like a special edition for their normal edition because they're just super consumer friendly. It's pretty awesome. So I kind of regret not getting the physical.
Yeah, and you're supporting the company directly instead of, when they go through retailers, there's a they give a cut to the retailers or whatever. So when you buy it from them, it goes straight into their pockets, which is, that's good.
Yeah, and I did it because I have my wife is on my, or not my, it's her PS4 now. I gave her my PS4 Pro, and I'm still signed in, and I have that marked as my main PS4. So any digital game I have, she can play on her profile. And so I tested it. I thought it would work, so I bought it so I could play it on PS5, PS4 version, and she could play it on PS4 version at the same time. Only buying one copy. If I had a disc, we'd have to swap out. We couldn't play at the same time, and it worked because she's on a 4 and I'm on a 5, and that's marked as my main console. You could play it simultaneously. So
has she encountered anything? Has she talked to you about?
She has not started it yet.
Oh, okay. I'd be curious to see what her experience is.
She's probably gonna have a pretty good one because she's gonna wait. She's in the thick of that Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Those are her favorite games. She was hyped about Cyberpunk, but she's not one to start a game before beating a different one. She doesn't.
Right.
She doesn't dual games. She dual systems. Like she'll play her Switch and PS4, but she won't do 2 PS4 games at the same time. Because she's a fucking freak. She 100%. Like everything. I was just like, how the fuck do you do this, dude?
That's crazy.
I have to get the platinum. Like, I ain't never got no platinum in my life except for some stupid like Telltale games where you just get it for beating the game, for being there. Congratulations, you lasted 4 hours. Here's the platinum.
For sure.
Yeah, 100%ing these Assassin's Creed games too, these new ones, is just mind blowing. I'm sure she's gonna try to do it on Cyberpunk too, and it's like, oh god,
fuck that, dude.
God bless your heart.
Good luck. You'll be doing this for 2 years.
Have fun. That'll be pretty impressive. You should get 2 trophies, two platinums for that.
Yeah, I think when I jump back in, I'll probably just focus on the story and call it a day. I don't know if I'll fuck around with, or maybe I should. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I've been trying to do side missions because the story seems like it's gonna go quick. Just from a feeling. I just got a feeling. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, another bug I encountered that I haven't talked about yet is I was doing a mission. Do you remember what was his name? I think it's Vincent. He's like the specialty doctor who implants whatever.
Yeah.
It was during that mission. He just gave me the eyes and the whatever he put in my palm. But I get off the chair and I get a text from Jackie. It's like, hey man, where the fuck you at? Let's go. And then the marker was like, talk to Vincent. I'm like, okay. So I'll go over and talk to Vincent. He's like watching a boxing match. And the prompt is like, pay back your debt. It's grayed out. And the other one is like, how's the shop? So I'm like, okay. And I go to how's the shop and I just BS with him. And then that's it. And then it goes back to the gray thing. And I'm like, what? So the game didn't know that I finished the thing that I needed to finish. And so I had to hard reset it because I couldn't advance. Jackie wasn't anywhere. I went and walked around the city. I'm like, what the? And it still says talk to Vincent. I'm like, fuck, this is annoying. So I had to do a hard reboot. And then when I kicked it back in, it put me back on the street and it says, go talk to Jackie. I'm like, oh, okay. But so that was kind of a weird little glitch.
Yeah. I got through that part all right.
You haven't experienced anything like that? Like the game didn't know that you didn't finish anything? No?
Nothing where I've got like stuck in a mission or, yeah. So see, that's where I would talk about the experiences will vary, right? I haven't had anything that's really hurt my gaming experience other than being kicked out of it. Right. You know, by the game just crashing a couple times, but that's not that bad. I'd rather have that than have a mission get stuck or something, and then you're just like, oh fuck.
Yeah. It sucks to keep bashing on it, but I mean, we've said this multiple times, and I'm just going to keep repeating it. But there is something here. You just gotta either push through it or wait, because it has been fun, and I have thought about it, since I played Saturday morning. But like I said, I'm just playing other things. So
if it wasn't good, all these problems would just they would be too much, right?
Yeah.
We wouldn't even be talking about wanting to play this game again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can't imagine a game doing all this stuff and people still buying it and people still talking about it. You know what they say? Any press is good press. People are going to be interested. And it's already sold real well, so we'll see. I can't wait for next gen version though. That's just it's just frustrating. I don't want to restart this goddamn. I don't want to go through the beginning again. So it's like when the next gen version comes out, it's gonna suck to have to redo all that. But oh well, it'll be worth it to have the game looking awesome.
Yeah, depending how far I wait, I may have to start again because I'm going to be jumping back into where I was. What's the controls again? What was I doing?
Yeah,
I kind of hate doing that, but
a lot of weird mechanics in it that you can't play too many while playing this. Yeah, it's one of those ones you'll forget. It happened to me with Witcher too. When I'd stop, I'd go back in. There's so much stuff you can do, and I would forget.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, maybe I'll start it again and do that desert one. That kind of sounds. Now that I've already experienced the city, it'd be kind of a cool little intro. See what that's about.
Yeah, that's a good point. When we restart, you could do a different one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make my penis bigger this time, and it'll just be, it'll be fun. Nice. I was disappointed in the vagina mods though. You have all these different penises you could choose, and I looked at the vaginas, and it's like vagina 1. That's all you get.
That's it. Yeah. You can choose different bush, but you can't.
It's like, oh man, I can't have a dangler or a droopy or a puffy.
Yeah, Sarah's sitting next to me when I was doing that. She's like, "Go to the vagina." Like, that's it. They'll have one. I'm like, yeah, sorry.
That's sexist. I feel bad. There's some girls like, this looks nothing like my vagina. She's all emailing CD Projekt Red. We're all talking about the glitches, but what about the vaginas?
Someone please think about the vagina.
Vagina gate. Yeah, and it's like I can't remember, but there's a bunch of hair mods for the vagina too, right? I didn't look at the hair mod. Okay, I was gonna say if they just did a bush and no bush for the vagina, they're fucked.
Yeah.
I remember there's like a strip for the man and like a little arrow and a heart.
Yeah.
It's like
a lightning bolt.
Yeah. Number 4, Johnny Storm. Anyway, yeah, I guess that's our take on this. Huh?
Yeah.
Damn, it's
a bummer.
It's a wait. Yeah. It's a wait, I guess. Mm-hmm. But I have it and I'm enjoying it, so it's just really hard to say wait. I mean, if you want to play it, play the goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Don't come bitching to me when you find out there's things going on. I told your ass.
We told you, yeah.
Told your ass for an hour what was gonna happen.
Yeah, man, it's a bummer, but I still had some fun with it, and I'm eager to jump back into it once I finish some of the stuff I'm trying to finish now, and hopefully by then it'll be patched up. I'll keep an eye on it, get back into it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're kind of, well, at least next gen is in a drought for games. So, like, it's kind of like if you have a PS5 or a Series X, you want something to play on your flashy new console, and you don't really want to go backwards because it's new. You want something new on it, even though this is not a PS5 or a Series X game. I think it fills that niche for a lot of people. Like, I was like, yeah, it's a new game to play on my new console, which is kind of hard to come by on the new ones. But if you're like last gen, I think there's still a lot of good stuff coming out recently, and a lot of good stuff becoming cheap. Like that, like you were saying, you're playing Ghosts of Tsushima. Yeah, that one I think just became like $19.99. I think that's like a platinum hit now or something like that. Or if not, it's considerably cheaper.
Yeah, it's not on sale anymore. I was just looking through the sales last night, but the last sale, the Black Friday sale, it was down to
40 or something.
40, yeah. So I got it for 40.
Right on. Yeah, I got Madden recently, 21 for $26.99 on sale from $59 for a Black Friday thing. And then I got the free PS5 upgrade, so that's pretty sweet. Nice. That looks pretty good on there. Just like the weather's crazy, and they have like ray tracing on like the helmets and stuff. So like all the reflections and rain falling on them.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. But I haven't been wanting to play because the Seahawks have been sucking so much ass. It takes me out of the mood. I'm like, fuck you. I don't even want to play football right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully turn that around today. So that's gonna be a pass from us. Don't play this game ever.
Fuck this game.
And send an email to CD Project Red. Tell them you're selling your stock. You're pissed about the vaginas. You're pissed about the bugs. You're just pissed. Better to be pissed off than pissed on, my friend. Which you can be pissed on in this game, I assume.
Probably.
So, golden showers aside, it's a fun game locked behind a bunch of bullshit, but the bullshit is surmountable. It's not like this game is like broken, like you can't play it. It's not like this game is shitty, like you don't want to play it. It's like this game is covered in bugs, so it's hard to. It's like a really nice car. The windshield's covered in bugs, and you've got no windshield wipers right now. You can't clean the windshield. You just got to try and drive it. You know, maybe one day you'll get some good wipers, and you'll be able to see everything crystal clear. But until then, you kind of want to drive it anyways. You know what I mean? Just to see what all that hype's about. So yeah, go check it out if you want to. There's something good in there. It's gonna be good one day, but maybe wait till it's a little cheaper. I don't know.
Yeah, today's not that day. For most of us. Yeah. If you have a fucking high-end PC, you're.
I still can't believe yours is only 60 gigs. Mine is 118.
Yeah, so I was saying that it was confusing, and then it made sense when I saw the patch notes, their tweet when they were saying that they were patching the PS4 and the PC versions and Xbox.
Yeah.
Soon, so.
But that was the 18 gigs, the patch I had day 2. My game was 101 gigs rollout day 1. This is just weird. Strange. You're missing some gigs. That's why yours isn't as good.
I guess so.
All those gigs. Imagine how much better it could be.
I mean, hey, I'm gonna turn on my Xbox today and see if any movement's happening, because I haven't. Well, I guess I turned it on last night to watch Harry Potter, but I didn't do any digging. But I want to look today and see if anything's been updated.
Yeah, this is one of those games that there's gonna be so many patches and stuff. It's like if you want to play it, you got to turn your system on like 3 hours before you want to play it, because it's probably gonna be a fucking giant patch.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Gran Turismo.
Well, maybe you'll get lucky because it should be downloading in the background. So maybe you get lucky, turn it on, it's like 5 minutes left.
Yeah, I don't really do that. I don't do standby mode on my consoles. Do you do that? Is that what you're talking about? I just don't like I don't know. I just don't like it. When I turn something off, I want it to turn off. You know what I mean? It's like, don't be sucking my energy out of my wall, you bitch. And the funny thing, you can't turn PS5 off really without doing it in the menu. Like in the PS4, you could change some settings, so when you press that button, it just turns off instead of going to standby mode, which I like. But you can't do that with the button on PS5 yet.
That's weird.
Which disappoints me. Or I think you can, but it's like you got to hold it for so long. I'm like, it's too long to hold. So, fuck that button. Anyways. That's all we got, man. CD Project Red. Oh man, best of luck to you. I still think they make some really intriguing American RPGs. They're not even American, actually.
Polish, I think.
Yeah, but they're like American RPG style games. You know what I mean? Definitely not the JRPGs. So non-Japanese RPGs is what they make. And they're really fun. They always got good story, and just play some Witcher until Cyberpunk's ready.
Yeah, right.
Do it. You've never played The Witcher, huh?
I started playing it a little bit. I probably put not very much, like 3 hours. I unfortunately started playing it like a week before Miles. I just needed to play something before Miles came out, and then once Miles came out, that kind of took my focus. So. Yeah, it was fine. I hate to be that guy. Well, at the same time, I mean, I'm playing this in 2020. Like, how many RPGs have come out since that game was released? Like, I've played so many good RPGs that this one, Witcher, just felt like another one, you know? Whereas, like, if I played this in 2015, it probably would have blown my dick off. But in 2020, it was like, yeah, you're riding a horse and you have a sword. I mean,
Yeah,
but it
I
wasn't
still
bad.
think
I'm not saying it's a bad game. It just didn't blow me away like a lot of people
I just
love
think
it. But
the story and like the dialogue choices and stuff are what make
Mhm.
that game really good. It's like
Sure.
you gotta get deeper into the story.
Yeah.
That's really where it shines. So it's like I'm just waiting for the next cutscene and the next, tidbit of information.
Hmm.
Anyways, hope you enjoyed that long alabaster talk about Cyberpunk and how it's not ready for you to play.
Yeah. It sucks. I was really hoping this episode would be a glowing, happy time, but it was not the reality, unfortunately.
Yeah, it should have been. Should have been Back to the Future Part 2, and it turned out to be Back to the Future Part 3. Son of a
Yeah.
bitch. Anyways, yeah, that's our thoughts on that. What the heck is the next Friday? It's not Christmas yet, is it?
No,
We got one more before that, right?
and then it's after. So we have the 20th, and then the Sunday after that is after Christmas, which would be the 27th. So I don't know when you wanted to do Game of the Year talk. If you want to do it on the 27th, or you can wait till the 3rd, which is the week after that.
Yeah, we'll probably do it after Christmas then. 27th Game of the.
27th.
I don't even know what the fuck games have actually released this year.
Oh, I already got my list, baby.
I forget release dates. I'll have to look up and then see which ones I've actually played. I saw Last of Us 1 Game of the Year though but that's for 2019, isn't it?
No, it's this year.
It came out this year?
Yeah, it was our first episode.
Well, we know who won then. Game's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there'll be some other ones we could talk about for sure. All right,
Yeah,
you guys.
I whittled it down to a top 5. I don't know if you'll be able to do it, but I have a top 5 I can talk
doubt
about.
my ability to play 5 games?
I don't know what you play. I don't know if you could whittle it down to 5. I have no idea. The only games I know you've played are the ones that we've kind of talked about on the podcast. But
Minesweeper, Oregon Trail,
nice,
Solitaire.
What the fuck was that? Remember that ski one? It was on PC. Remember that? It was like downhill and like a monster would come halfway.
Yeah, it's like a Microsoft ski slope. Yeah, it was just on everything. Yeah, that game was cool.
Yeah, better than Cyberpunk. That game didn't crash.
That game also didn't have dongs in it, so
that's true.
It's 2 different worlds, baby. Maybe it did. You just had to get far enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for watching. Stay tuned. More content. Please like and subscribe. Please tell your friends. Tell your friends these 2 guys. And they're both named Bryan, and they talk about shit. You should really check it out. It sounds interesting. No, it's not. It's actually kind of boring, but I like it. But I like it.
I watch it anyways.
One of them curses. Anyways, yeah. Have fun, y'all. Have a great Sunday. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Till next time. Have a good Sunday, dude.
Peace.
Later.